We got a lot of interesting strategies here tonight for the DNQ intercourse race. We've got this road course cart right here, and have a look at this thing. The tread width is extremely wide, so that'll make the cart turn better. You can walk around it as we're going. And these guys are trying to bring this thing in here to run the intercourse. Now, it is a dirt road course. Not really sure if this strategy is going to work. These guys are going to give it a shot. This could be a hero or zero moment. This thing is ready to it's tuned up for road courses on the asphalt. Not really sure how it's going to do tonight on the dirt. I see you brought this thing. What's the strategy behind this? You're going to go like a hero or zero?
Probably going to be a zero, but hopefully we're hoping it's going to be a hero. So,
how hard was it to get this thing ready to bring you to the racetrack?
It was definitely a rush, but I don't know, we're here. Hopefully it makes it on track, so we'll see.
Shit is definitely going to fly off of this thing. I would not expect to see this guy even make the feature tonight, but it looks really cool and it's worth a shot. All right, guys, let's take a look at two drivers we want to highlight tonight. Robert Showalter being one of them. He has definitely run well at the intercourse.
Yeah, when it comes to intercourse, I think of Bobby Showtime. He didn't get that name for nothing. He can turn left, he can turn right, he can do it all. He can trick fuck with the best of them. When it comes to getting setups and being able to make these cars handle in any single condition, he's kind of the guy who can get it done here in DNQ.
Bob, he's won on the small tire class, the slick class. We were still prepping when we went to the top side of the track being prepped and running up against the boards. He's won in every situation. If anyone can get it done, it's Mr. Showtime.
Definitely a champion in DNQ, multiple-time champion, and a Hall of Famer at that as well. Let's take a look at a dark horse tonight. Somebody we need to watch, keep our eyes on, is Steven Tautuges. He's not a champion yet, but he has won a couple of races, and he runs very well here.
He has. He's one of those guys that it seems this year he's either on the money or not even close, and he's run good at the intercourse before. He's got the talent to adapt to any situation, just like on Sunday. He's got big pit stalls, small pit stalls. Sometimes you'll have a lap car in front of you, sometimes you're open out, and the guy can adapt to any situation. That's what it takes to run good at the intercourse.
Yeah, it's the seat time. Instead of just running the dash class, he's moved on into the buggy carts. He's been running the Marac machine too. A lot of seat time has translated to a lot more success for him. I think he can get it done tonight as well.
We'll see how Steven Tauges does tonight in those classes that he's running. I'm down here at Chris Allison. Chris, you won this race 2 years ago, right? Not last year, the year before that. You come back out of retirement. Are you expecting the same results tonight? I'm sure you are.
I'm just expecting to try to finish the race. I ain't expecting the same results. I got pretty lucky that night.
What is it about this racetrack that you enjoy the most?
It's just a different challenge. I don't get to go run those left and right hand turns very often, so it's a challenge, just something else to try. I like it until I miss the corner and hit them bumps.
Chris Ells has got a chiropractor appointment tomorrow morning. After this practice session, he might need another one. Let's head down to the Tech Garage JZ. We're going to talk about some gear changes and some tread width changes. Definitely something that these guys did before they came to the racetrack here tonight.
I hope so, because the races are won before you even leave the shop here, as we're looking at our cutaway DNQ cutaway car here. So we have a gear you normally run on the big track, right? You want that biggest front driver and biggest rear driver possible to optimize the top end. Not here on the road course. You need that balance of getting up out of that tight Fossey left-hand turn there, through that tight Elon Musk right-hand turn. Maybe you want to go a little bigger on that back sprocket, get a little bit more acceleration off. What really helps is going to a smaller front sprocket. That's like dropping 3 teeth in the back ratio-wise, and really helps that go-kart get off the corner. But you don't want to go too far, otherwise you have no speed down the straightaway.
Yeah, these are all adjustments these guys will be doing tonight to help dial that thing in. Another big change is tread width, JZ. We see these guys play around with it. We seen it on that cart earlier. Let's talk about what that can do for guys at these road course races.
Yeah, on the oval, normally you just want to move that left front in and out maybe, right? Like change about the jacking. But when we're running the intercourse, maybe you want to move them both out a little bit wider, get a little bit more jacking, help that car rotate and pivot through both of the corners, through that Jack Bailey bus stop, really help the weight transfer in that go-kart. Normally you just have that left front sucked in, that right front moved out. But with a road course, you want to do a little bit more here on the front, to help that cart jack.
Down here with Todd Chafee, who, is this your first time at the Intercourse, or did you run it last year?
I ran the buggy here last year, and 2 years ago I finished third in the Cup Series.
So how do you like running this racetrack? It's got its challenges, of course, with the competition that you're up against, but you came here and tested last night. Did you learn anything from that test, and do you feel like you're better than years past?
Yeah, last year we kept having issues with breaking the chain and the chain guard and all that. This year we kind of resolved it and was able to make some really good changes yesterday, so we're feeling pretty good about it. The Cup carts are definitely a lot more fun because you can slide them around and go over the curbs, and it doesn't really mess you up too bad. With the buggies, you're strapped in and they're top heavy, so you feel every bump, so you really don't want to hit curbs in the buggies just because it'll throw you around, and until the cart stops bouncing, you really can't get out your own way.
Moback's been dominant in this series. Is tonight the night he finally gets that win streak stopped? Has John Kinder dialed you guys in for this road course?
I hope so. I mean, we were really good last night, so I feel pretty good that, we should be top three. Obviously, Moback, he's always fast. It's a little bit outside of his norm, but you always got to beat him anyways.
You never know. We got a lot of different racetracks coming up. The schedule's going to change tremendously. Todd Chafee might be that guy that comes in and steals the points lead from Moback.
SRI Pole Award for the Professor Clutchworks Pro Cup Series goes to Dustin Dunn. He will be on the front row with Joe Hennessy on the outside front row.
We're over to Touch Me, Tease Me, and Damian Jinks.
Professor Clutchworks, row 3, 44 of James Loveland and Ashton Johnson in the 41.
Timothy Cryer and our favorite PR person, Casey Heschel.
We're number 6, Rib Shack and Ricky Fisher.
Eric Yost in the famous 4 and the 45 of Nicholas Erlanger.
Matthew Smith making his debut in DNQ tonight. We'll round out the field for the Professor Clutchworks Series, and man, this Pro Cup Series is something else. 425. Drivers are 200 pounds, man. 200 bills. Get after it.
At
least. A little bit bigger, and you want to, at least. And you want to give it a shot. We got gear rules for all different weights and sizes here in DNQ to try it, make it equal the best we can for all the racers.
Look at that chalk line. This place is legit.
2 in-car cameras, Ashton Johnson and Damian Jenks, thanks to Kinder Performance Group. We'll see all the action tonight at the Intercourse. You'll get all the angles, all of it. Joe Hennessy has one as well. Guys, we've run this racetrack a couple years now, and very interesting race. We only have local yellows, so if somebody spins, get back going and get rolling.
Yeah, it's exciting every single time. There's crashes, there's lead changes, battles all the way through the field. As field comes to the green here, Dustin Dunn leads them down to the Fauci left turn, and he's nice and clean through there. Quite orderly for the very first lap. Oh, we're jumping right rears tonight. Looks like whoever's in that white car. Oh, we got one around.
Rib Shack gets spun already. Tough break as they enter too wide into the Jack Bailey bus stop. Wow. Pretty tight there, Jay-Z, and we already saw that Dr. Fauci left-hand turn play its role into this setting up to the right-hander, the Elon Musk right-hand turn.
Yeah, the top 4 are starting to stretch it out here. They're running in line, they're behaving themselves, they're building a gap here as Dustin Dunn makes his way through the bus stop. Notice the bus stop is a very narrow groove. There really isn't enough room there at speed for 2 cars to go side by side. That's the place where we'll see some carnage here throughout the evening.
Yeah, very narrow racetrack all the way around this place. We see this big sweeping left-hand corner as we go on to DNQ 1 and 2, trying to build some speed here. I've heard some of the engineers talking in the pits about, do we want to trim out a little bit to carry some speed through those big corners? And the answer is absolutely not. You're an idiot. Quit looking at your computer, get in the seat, and put that thing on the mat.
That is totally correct. I feel like most of the racing here in DNQ has become all sim-based. And then we don't have racers out there anymore doing the work, and it looks like Dustin Dunn, who we know is an engineer and a racer, out here leading this field along with Joe Henning. So we're starting to see a little bit of common sense come through the engineering core here in DNQ.
Yes, we're on the wall here for the Carroll Tractor and Trailer Repair wall cam. Sometimes you need a pair of black rustlers walking around the pits with a cigarette hanging out of its mouth. Maybe it knows a thing or two, you know?
I totally forgot about the black rustlers till you said that, the old Walmart specials. It's either that or the pleated Dickies pants.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
With the extra starch on them. That's you got to watch out for those. If you see them, you probably should listen to that person in the shop, especially in the truck series. Checking out the KPG.
Chances are they got more wins than you got starts, and
it explains why Robert Showalter is so good. You look at his dad, black rustlers. Every time I see the guy,
sandpaper
champion
thighs.
in the truck series. It just totally makes sense. It gets passed down from generation to generation, no doubt.
You know Bobby Showtime's got a bottle of Crown in a desk drawer in that shop. You know that's for sure.
Do you know that Showalter's shop is Brandon Nupp's old shop?
Oh, that explains it all.
Yeah, I'm sure
Probably
there was
got
one
some
that
Crown
came with the building.
stashed in there, yeah.
That and some used rubbers in there for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
you
don't look
kidding?
around too close
Brandon
in that
Nupp
shop.
never used a rubber in his life.
He's got the blisters to prove it.
Yeah. Dustin Dunn getting it done in intercourse at the moment with Joe Hennessy in second. Damian Jenks up to third place. And in this series, it's been the Dustin Dunn show all year. Damian Jenks doing a great job as well. As we are watching Dylan Teasley make the pass in the 29, he says GTFO, and here comes Timothy Cryer on the inside. And that's a hard corner there, the DeHunt Money Clip corner. Always a tough one to navigate.
Yeah, extremely tight. We watched Touch Me, Tease Me. You know, he tried to get cute and run him up the track, and that opened the door underneath him, and he ended up gaining a spot and losing a spot in the same corner.
It's not like the big oval where you can run a different line to try to build some momentum, get a straighter shot, right? Everyone's running the exact same slow speed coming out of that corner. You can't really make a difference. So the more racetrack you lose, the more more time you're losing. You got to keep that thing tight enough that you're not giving up time, and open enough that you're not scrubbing speed.
You know, you want to talk about innovation here in the garage, Bill. I saw a couple guys with some 3-inch hose with a blower on it going to that clutch. And, man, let me tell you.
Oh,
wow.
looks like he
Matt
needs
Smith
one.
needs that as well.
Yeah.
But, dude, I'm telling you, that's actually pretty smart. I think we're starting to see a lot of innovation here in the Pro Cup Series garage.
Yeah, I took a closer look at it because I actually know what I'm looking at there. And what he's got is what I've seen a couple of them. Some people know what they're doing, some people don't. They got a fan on a switch, also with a damper on there so they can switch directions forward and back. Use that as a balance shifter once they're going through this course. The track wears out a little bit. The tires get pumped up some. You know, if you're in traffic, you might need to switch that balance from loose to tight or tight to loose depending on what front heights you got on these things. So some of these guys thinking about what I'm going to need on the long run while other guys are just trying to make single lap speed.
Dustin Dunn,
Matthews.
he has got the single lap speed in that go-kart tonight. No one else can touch him. Like Trump's poll numbers, the dude is just running away with it right now. Well-prepared go-kart. He won this race before he left the shop.
No doubt. And you know, this race is, things get strung out, but, man, the feedback we get after this race, man, it's totally fun. I enjoy it. Some people absolutely hate it. As we watch Fisher getting run down by Dustin Dunn. Some guys absolutely hate this. Some guys absolutely love this. But it's part of DNQ. We're trying to diversify, and we're going to see that when we go to that short track here pretty soon as well. As Dustin Dunn working his way through lap traffic. Even if it holds him up just for a little bit, I don't think he's going to have any issues.
Some people just would prefer missionary their whole life, and that's fine. They can still have fun, but a lot of us have to change it up and do intercourse in different ways.
200 plus right there.
Yeah.
Smoking the
Nitro
clutch.
Manufacturing, 5 to go caution. Now it gets interesting. We're going to test those clutches here in the Professor Clutchwork Restart Zone. This is usually where we see the mask mandates in the Dr. Fauci left-hand turn. So we'll see how that goes. There's I think next year we should put like a Democrat Congress sign or something like that. Just put it in
A
that
Harris Waltz sign right there.
Yeah.
corner. Yeah, absolutely.
Turn one.
And let's see if the money clip corner is good. Man, that's such a look at Ricky Fisher getting like a 3-for-1 right there. That's crazy, that corner.
God, the Professor Clutch Works trailer is open after this race. Some people are going to need to fully replace those things. You see a number 1 sign right there, a little bird flying. Did not appreciate that. Got some back.
Yep, there's another one. 2-for-1.
Yeah.
Not as fast as the Cordero middle finger we saw in the rental series back in the day, but still a good one, as Ashton Johnson is slowly bleeding out.
That was the
Oh, and he ships Eric Gales. Eric Gales trying out the short track. He's trying out the short track early there as, man. And that's just part of the DNQ road course race. We tell these guys, hey, just get back on track where you were, and we're good to go. No penalty there.
A little bit too much left side weight there in the Touch Me, Tease Me car. Can't really get through the right-handers much. That sets him up. Pointed the wrong direction for the DeHaan money clip. We know that's super tight right there. He's going to have to work on his setup. Maybe he can get with Dustin Dunn at the shop and get that thing tuned in before he actually sets that thing on the track for the race.
You know, and a lot of these guys could probably take some of the stagger out, but maybe not all of it, because you're really making speed, going into the braking zones. With the exit in the left-hand corner the lap before as Dustin Dunn takes the white flag here. So you want to get the best run possible. So maybe you do give up the right-hander a little bit in order to get the right drive off like Dunn's demonstrating here.
Well, I've got some good news and bad news. Bad news for the top 2. They were caught at a P. Diddy party.
Oh.
And that's going to give Damian Jenks the dub after Tech. Let's go down and talk to him.
Good. We'll get them all out of the way. Coming up even shorter in the intercourse, Damian Jenks, kind of on your own little world over there in P3. What more did you need to catch the 2 up front?
I'm not real sure. I kind of knew after the test last night Dustin was going to be hard to catch. So went home, checked the notes a little bit, tried to change a couple things, but still didn't have enough for him. So we'll have to wait till we do it again next year.
Finishing P3, who gives a shit? None of these interviews end up mattering anyway because people get tossed in tech, so who cares?
KPG USAC Series, Todd Chafee on the pole.
Look at that.
Starting to get after it. Stephen Tatu just one to watch here tonight on the outside.
Row 2, Magic Mike Melton and Cody Sauls.
KPG row 3, Bobby Showtime, another favorite, and Kyle Beatty does well in the buggies.
Stephen Bad Boy Broy in the next row, and Richard Tournier, the points leader, a little bit far back in the field.
Who's Richard Tournier?
Moback.
Moback, okay.
House car.
Not to be confused with Lesback. He has Moback. Got a donk. You know what I'm saying?
He got a donk.
He got that donk. Next year, these will change to the Ghost engines. Just throwing that out there. We're offering sealed engines next year for those who don't want to complain about tech. We seal them.
Yeah,
and
we're not going
to
be like
look at.
We're not going to be like NASCAR and go on seals.com and buy all of our seals. So don't think about, if you got to reseal an engine, just go and buy the same seal because, we've all played that game before.
Yeah. $1,000 fine if you get caught. We're going to have an onboard camera watching Stephen Broy saw on that wheel all night long. Here we go. USAC series. Now this series, wow. We start off in the Fauci left-hand turn with Minnesota Riots. Look at that.
Somebody just delivered a pallet of bricks in turn number 1. We're 3 wide into the... Oh, God, we got a threesome into the Bailey bus stop. Yeah. That never works out well.
Is safe.
Yikes. Yeah.
Tatu just got absolutely screwed on that start. Being the nice guy, doing things the right way, and just got race rioted all the way back to 5th.
On board with Stephen Broy, and we're going to watch him work the wheel here for a couple laps. Let's see how he navigates this road course. And wow. We got some other shit going on back here. Cody Sauls, Moback trying to make his way back through, but looked like he was semi-smooth on the wheel. Not going to give him too much credit. Couches. Oh, my gosh. He's got the hospital hop there a little bit, doesn't he?
Teammates on Sunday, but not on Wednesday. They are wheel-to-wheel trading paint. Yikes.
Jeff.
I love this KBG UZAC series. Amazing racing with these guys. Just a good group of racers.
Yeah, man, and the open rules make it fun, right? You know, people are trying to find an advantage. Here at the road course, maybe you don't want that side window, though. Some people obviously do here because you're still making a lot of speed through DNQ 3 and 4, but in the low-speed stuff, maybe you really want to stand the angle up, try to pull the air underneath the race car and make some, low-speed grip here. But I don't know, Bob. What do you think?
I mean, this is a track.
I think you take the window out and move the left rear tire out. But my goodness, you're seeing some of these things hopping like crazy. They look like a hoopty.
Well, a lot of these guys don't know what they're doing, especially when it comes to aero. You probably ought to put a left side window on, too. I don't know why they don't run that anyway.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think these things are hopping so bad, there might be scissors inside the cup holder.
I got that PJ1 down here to try to build some grip and those slippery left-handers. You know how they are.
Could be purple, could be pink. Yeah, P. Diddy's been down there in the left-handers for sure. His baby oil all over the racetrack. Yeah, you gotta cringy statements for sure. More to come on that front. Yeah, I think this 5 to go caution's going to look like Lebanon here when they get going after watching that first lap.
Definitely a lot of shots going to be fired. When it comes down to the end here, there's certainly desperation. We see how we got one sitting sideways.
Jamie Curtis
now.
out. Driver fatigue.
Driver fatigue. Yeah. Brakes.
Let's see what happened here. Oh no. I don't know. I really don't know.
No?
Taco neck. Out.
Could
taco
be.
neck. Could be the taco neck for sure. There we go. Stephen Broy, Kyle Beatty, Cody Sauls all battling it out here. Gooch to Gooch. As at the front of the field, Magic Mike Melton, Steven Taugis, they definitely share notes. We know that their teammates are trying to run down Todd Chafee. Chafee came to the test last night, and let me tell you, that seems to be helping him out quite a bit because he is not hopping around like these guys are.
Now, if you put in the work, sometimes you get the reward. And Todd Chafee apparently didn't have all that much going on in his day job. Everybody else is in the midst of the playoffs, trying to actually make money for their family. Todd Chafee doesn't have that problem, so he's out here tuning on go-karts.
Taugis makes a good move, takes a second spot away from Magic Mike Melton there, recovering from that early misstep in the Diddy Lube that sent him way back to that rear end of that freak off there, but making good progress.
Oh, my goodness.
Freak off, that's what we need to start calling it.
Yeah. The 5 to go freak off.
Sponsored by Nitro, thank you.
Sponsored by Nitro, yeah.
Oh, God. Wow. Ooh, Melton was forced there. These guys are racing the shit out of each other. At least just get in line to follow each other.
There we go. He gave him the spot back. He must have listened to the driver's meeting.
He did. Look at that. Taugis just makes minor contact. No harm, no foul there as far as we're concerned. He was forced over there by the contact. But, man, at least, if you're Taugis, you're going to get a 5 to go anyway. You're just racing for position at this point.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to be in front or behind him with that 5 to go because we know things are going to get rowdy when it comes down to election time.
No doubt. Moback struggling just a touch on this road course. He admittedly said, I am not a left and a right driver. I am just a big Millbridge driver. And I understand that, one track jack. But you know what? Sometimes that's all it takes to win the championship as Broy puts the chrome horn to that back bumper, but he will lose the position.
Yeah, Moback's definitely the big fish in the small pond here. But all he's got to do is just not suck too bad, right? As long as you don't suck everywhere else, you can still win a championship.
Absolutely. And
yeah. Maybe next year.
The caveat to that is next year, right? When we have the road course, the short track, and Millbridge, the big track, it's going to be a lot different next year. So you might want to win the championship this year.
Yeah, if I was Moback, I'd probably get Boris Setter, Max Pappas on the phone right after this race and be like, hey, schedule day before Millbridge Intercourses, we get our Nitro 5 to go. I'm going to need your help. Come down here. We'll sit in the 2-seater, and you can show me how to drive this thing.
Sit the two-seater. Okay, here we go. We're in the Chop Autonomous Zone, also known as the Professor Clutchworks Restart Zone. Chafee looking to get his first win of the 2024 season. Field bunched up on the
outside. Where's Douges? Come on.
Douges is right there on the outside.
Oh!
Pushing the crap out. Oh, he totally messed the restart. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Cody
Tatujas
Sauls.
on 2 wheels trying to make it work. Tries to turn underneath Chaffee.
Oh, Melton gets just... He gets an invoice from DNQ right there in the Hunt Money clip. Slowed him down.
Yeah, we got a
Here we
freak
go.
off
Now,
from the money
Tauges
clip.
has got a pretty good piece. Do you think he's got enough to catch Chafee? I mean, Chafee pulled out quite a bit there.
Oh, here he goes to the inside. Makes contact. Can't quite get it done yet. Momentum still with Tautujas.
Yeah, I wonder if Tatujas put a little bit more rear bias in this go-kart tonight, because he's really good on the brakes, and it'll stay underneath him when he really packs it into that right-hand turn there. The Elon Musk right-hand turn makes up a kart length or two on Chafee as they come up on lap traffic here.
Yeah, it definitely hurts him on the left-handers for sure, though. I don't know if he totally sold out for the right-handers, because it seems like that's where he's making all of his time.
God, he's freaking off that back bumper of Todd Chafee. He's only got a couple more laps left. If he's just trying to force him into a mistake right now, he needs a couple another smooth laps, stay on his back bumper, and then honestly through the bus stop I'd send him.
He's got to get to the back bumper first, and only a few laps left as Todd Chafee's clutch is doing its job as the white flag is out. Can Tauges throw a Hail Mary here?
He just can't get through that money clip the right way, shoves the nose on exit, and loses a ton of time. I don't think there's enough bus stop here for him to make it up. I think Todd Chaffee's going to be our winner.
Todd Chaffee's going to take home his first win of the 2024 season.
Let's talk about Moback pulling out a third. How about that, huh?
Victory Lane will, after a handful of podiums this season, in Victory Lane now for the intercourse. That looks like a blast out there. I mean, had to fight off Tauges there at the end. 5 to go always comes into factor, but standing in Victory Lane at Millbridge is not bad.
It's awesome. Got to thank the Broys, my parents, Arlington at 501, KPG, One Stop Auto, and Proline Striping for all the help, and Tailored Insurance.
Dominated this race until the 5 to go caution. Typical Broy. Broy can't even spray beer right. Just drink it, Broy. You might never get to do it in Victory Lane. Dominated the first 15. That comp caution comes out, because I'm not trying to get any beer on me. But what was going through your head in the comp caution?
Clear Todges going in the one, and then tried to stay on the bottom in the right-hander here so that I had a good run onto the track where that was about the only spot you could get past.
Todd Chafee, your winner here in the USAC class, the intercourse, race number 2 on the night.
Go ahead.
All right,
Let's do this.
P2, Tauges, well, front row after the green flag. Then you were like 18th after the bus stop, but fought back to second.
Yeah, thank you, Cody, buddy. Oh, well, whatever. It's our season, like our 7th second. Good job, Chafee, KPG. Good night. God, we were stupid fast, and Mike was stupid fast. And that's it, before I get in trouble.
He said, fuck it. 'Cause that's where we're at. Fuck it. It's DNQ.
Yep. On to the next one.
Well, Moback's been the king of turning left, but when he has to turn right,
This shit goes to hell, bud.
shit goes to hell. Wait, you're not Moback.
Yeah. We gotta have a talk about that.
It was Moback on the entry list. That's on me. Dick. No wonder why I was all fucked up, because it was Moback on the sheet.
Because I am Moback. That's Dick.
I'm all fucking crossed
you guys
up.
got it all.
I've had.
Well, I crossed up last week, too.
Jesus Christ, dude.
He's the one that loves Dick. Not me.
I do love Dick.
Or no, not you. Yeah, well,
It's intercourse night. Moback. Jesus fuck.
I felt like a bag.
You were a bag of dicks. Finally kind of remembered a little bit how to drive. Finished third. Kind of got gifted to you, but what did you need other than more talent?
Just more talent for sure. Definitely not a road course driver. I don't like the iRace and stuff. Whenever we race road courses, that's when I'd go to bed. Like, yeah, it just never worked out. I don't know. We practiced last night, and I sucked most of the night and kept over driving it. And I don't know. Just not a right-handed guy, I guess.
Not a right-handed guy. So it looks like Millbridge Speedway House Cart will be taking driver applications at the next intercourse event, guys.
For sure.
Nowhere.us Busch Series. Jeremy Morris on the pole, 22:10. Zach Campolone in the outside pole.
Row number 2, Andrew Hale and Jeremy Murphy.
Nowhere US, row 3, Isaac Harris and Chris Bowen.
Ronnie Osmer, the sleeper so far in the DNQ in-season playoff. And Gage Painter.
Will Monroe and Dustin Dunn, who's already got one win under his belt tonight.
Andrew Page and Jacob Weidman.
Kyle Tompkins and Tyler Deering in the next row.
Matt Murphy and Jory?
Sure.
Who the hell names
Sure.
And Noah Rainwater.
Jorts.
That's your name, bud. That's it now. Your jorts.
Is it Gene Shorts? 375 is vehicle weight. As we watch the Mets let a home run up in the 8th inning, I think.
Bummer.
Yeah. Well, they shouldn't be there if they can't close it out. So, got some KPG in-car cameras, Katana in-car cameras. I guess we'll just watch the Yankees for the whole postseason. Yeah. All right. Let's see what happens here in the Nowhere.us series feature. Oh, Campolonia just. Oh wow.
Pulled out a line.
These guys are pushing the shit. They're just pushing the shit out of each other, aren't they? Carroll Tractor and Trailer Repair corner cameras catching all the action tonight as Morris will skate out to the lead and just as expected, a disaster in the back there. Now, one thing I've noticed this year is the fact that these guys are not using the curbs as much. And I know Jeremy and Ashley did such a good job. Look at that. Cart's flying the front end into the entry there. They did such a good job at making sure these guys actually slowed down for the corners this year. And I think it's really making the racing a little bit better.
Yeah, not only is the groove a little bit narrower, but the curbs are... Whoa! Dustin Dunn getting a... oh, God! Look out! It's dangerous back there. It's looking like the streets of Chicago. Dustin Dunn, who's already got one win under his belt. We know he's got speed. He's got the setup in that thing, but I mean, he's getting past left and right. These guys are weapons.
No doubt he's got a couple extra LBs on. Oh, wow. Cone violence there. Jory Heilburn got onto the back of Tyler Deering, causing that, so we're going to keep it going. Ronnie Osmer done a great job so far this season with help from Joey Gase. Tonight might be his match, though. I think he may be... Oh, as Chris Bowen misses that corner.
Track looking slick through there. I was not expecting to see the track slick off as much as it is, but tonight the conditions are just right where not only do you have the difficulty of the intercourse, it's dark and it's slick out. You got to hit that hole just right to make the speed.
It's definitely a different discipline here, getting that cart rotated, making sure that wheel's pointed straight to get maximum drive off. You don't want to spend time with that wheel crank scrubbing speed as we're looking at Jeremy Morris sort of run away with it there. But Isaac Harris there, he's a young gun here in the series. He's very competitive as he tries to get underneath the 44 there, picking off one of them going into the left-hand turn. I'd be surprised if he didn't pick up another spot or two here this evening.
He's done a great job in DNQ. I know he comes out and he runs when he can, but when he does run, he does a good job. His stuff's prepared right, and he does a great job. Dustin Dunn, a winner from earlier, like you talked about, just struggling here in the Busch Series, and you know what, he is giving everybody a couple pounds, so just out here to get some laps, and you got to respect that.
Dude, when you're on the road course, every 10 pounds you give up is about a tenth of a second, is the way the map works here. So if he's giving up 20 pounds, even on his best day, he's going to be 2/10 off the leader's pace.
No doubt. And right here is the proverbial hornet's nest. You do not want to be in one of these positions over here, because the second you get knocked out of the way, you're going to lose about 15 spots.
Yeah, this area right here is looking like an Ohio elementary school on election day. It's just long lines, side by side, people arguing like crazy, and they're beating the bumpers off of these things. That 55, I think it's on fire. The front end is already on fire, driving through it. I mean, these drivers in DNQ series are absolute athletes. They will do anything. Wow, look at the corner speed and the turn in that number 4. I mean, I feel like he's got a late night ballot count coming up. That thing is just
for sure.
Hooking the bottom.
Yeah, there is no doubt there are late night ballots stuffed in that thing.
Machine printed
For sure.
ballots with only the president filled out on it, no matching signature. A little suspect.
Yeah. All blue. They're all blue votes for some reason. I don't know why. There's Zach Campolonia, who may have some, legitimate stuff going on there. We're still not sure. For sure, all we know now is that the 4 is leading the race. These went through the lap traffic like it was nothing. And Zach Campolonia jammed up in that traffic pretty hard right now.
Yeah, he's done a really good job. Most improved driver last year, and it's carried on to this year. Zach Campolonia, I mean, he's a name who we called at the back of the field, and it's been a great experience to watch him come up through the DNQ series and start leading and winning races. And I mean, for him not to be able to keep up with the 4 at all is, very sus, as the kids say.
Correct. You look at Campolonia's rise to stardom in DNQ. Dash Series champion last year, and he definitely credits Robert Showalter, who we talked about earlier in the program, as the main factor for why he's run better. And you get that guy in your back pocket, and he starts helping you out. There's no limit to where you can go.
Yeah, those alliances really help, drive success. I'm reminded of that Furniture Row racing deal with Gibbs back in the day, where the 78 car was beating the pants off the factory teams with that data. So we'll see if maybe Bobby Showtime sends the little one off to fish on his own here before long if the success continues.
No doubt. We got to thank Nowhere.us for their sponsorship of the Busch Series. Big help this year, and they make some oil additives and some oil for go-karts. So if you want to check it out, go ahead and give them a buzz, and they are proud sponsors of tonight's race. As we get to the Nitro Manufacturing 5 to go caution. And we've seen some baby oil out on the racetrack. We might see some pallets of bricks like we talked about earlier, a couple cinder blocks. We don't know what's out there in that Dr. Fauci left-hand turn, do we?
No, there's feds hiding all over the place through this field. Be careful when they tell you to go inside the Capitol. You don't know what's going to happen. Race your own race, drive your own line, and watch out for the Ray-Eps starting right behind you.
Green flag is out. We are underway, and my goodness, they are all over the place as they head into the Elon Musk right-hander.
Yeah, they're beating the bumpers off of that thing. Oh, the Daha Money clip is super tight, and some people have to pay the price. There's a fee whenever you come through that. Right now we're into the Jack Bailey bus stop. We're going side by side, just how he likes it. Touching tips, pushing from the back. And what you can't see right now is the 4 car absolutely smoked everybody by himself on lap number 1. It's very suspect. I mean, if you're gonna prep tires, you gotta at least burp the throttle a little bit.
Case Painter just went for a Dukes of Hazzard ride there through the Jack Bailey bus stop.
I wonder if Painter's running that old Buzzkirk throwback here as a little shout out to one of the past drivers who used to dominate the stock appearing series here about 5-6 years ago now.
No doubt, as we are only a few laps left here in the Nowhere.us Busch Series feature. I love this shot right here. You get to see the little characteristic of the track on the entry.
Yeah, you can see how challenging. Not only do you see the elevation change, but how slick the track is through there. These guys have a handful, not only by themselves, but they're trying to pass cars at the same time. One to go here for Jeremy Morris, if you want to call it that. I mean, he's leading, I guess.
Well, let's just say Zach Campologna's leading. And I'm not even sure that Campologna won the race either due to a tire depth, tread depth. Morris, illegal. Campologna illegal. That's going to give Isaac Harris the W.
Oh, good for him, man.
Yeah.
Isaac Harris comes home third. Let me get this other shitty mic out of the way. Solid night. Kind of hung around. Got through all the mayhem and shit show that is the 5 to go caution and put this thing on the podium.
Yeah, we won this race last year, so we tried to come back with the same thing, and we didn't come practice yesterday. I think that hurt us a little bit, but we was pretty good. Podium's not bad. I think Duncan, this is his go-kart. I just ride it for him, and everybody that helps on this thing, all my buddies from school, that's all they do, so I appreciate it.
You know, a normal pit reporter probably would have known who won this race last year, but I don't do any homework, and I don't really give shit. Isaac Harris finished third.
Once ET Dash Series, Jonathan Stewart, big surprising. On the front row with Steven Tauges, another driver we had talked about earlier to watch. He's in the front row again.
Chris Allison, son of Davey Allison, and Zach Campologna.
Roger Diebold and Peyton Sneffner.
You know, if CNN's allowed to do it, well, damn it, so are we, right? Just make shit up and just say it, right? Isaac Harris, who just won that feature in the next row.
More Tauges.
Oh, there's another Tauges.
That's right.
Brad Mike.
Will Robusto he's the one in the back with that road course car. Check it out, dude. At the very back of the field. There it is. This
Why
is the
is he in the back?
Because he sucks.
Don't suck.
We talked to him earlier, and he's like, "Yeah, we just threw this thing together to try to make it." Like they. So I got a message on the Facebook page, right? Mm-hmm. And it was like, "Is this chassis legal to run in DNQ?" I said, "Look, you can run whatever you want. I don't really have a problem with that." Mm-hmm. Oh man. And I don't know if they thought it was going to be fast, but clearly it's not.
Turns out you have to not suck also.
Yeah, that's yeah. There it is, right in the back. All the tread width in the world. Yeah. And you know what? He's got to deal with the domestic violence as Dean Tauges is JFK'd off of turn number 2.
Hung up like 2 dogs.
Sucking shooter for sure.
Yeah.
Steven Tauges to the lead, driving in a sub-roll for Dan Barak tonight. As Campologna to just drug a slow kiss across that rear bumper.
Yeah, there we go. I love that move. Getting real cute, trying to wash up off of the hot money clip, getting it nice and wide. And it turns out that the Amish running back sneaks a dollar bill through there and takes the lead.
Oh, sneaky. He did that with no electronic stuff at all. No electricity. All mechanical. And there you see it again. That DeHunt money clip is a really tricky corner to get through. You see these guys use each other up, and the guy in third usually just tucks it, rolls it underneath everybody, and just passes them. Like Tauges just did there, as Campologna gets back in that spot.
Yeah, right when you think you got a good line through there, an Amazon box shows up.
You know, I wonder, going back to our cutaway segment, if Tauges just has too much gear on right now, and he is on the absolute chip by the time they make it to the front straightaway, and Campologna's got a few teeth lower, a little bit better ratio, and that cart keeps rolling on the big end and lets him make that move look easy.
I want to shout out DNQ on the equality on the rules package for this. Look at how tight this racing is. There's no Hawkeye. The rule book is like one page for all the classes. Turns out if you just like let racers race, you can still have good racing and not need to spend $65 million a year on tech.
Really?
Really?
Oh,
oh God!
Oh my gosh. Domestic violence all over the place for Dean Tauges. He is a victim of domestic violence. He needs to call the police right now and file a complaint.
Man, it's like he tried to fly his own helicopter and to drop off supplies. He got kicked right out.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And just before that, he was spread eagle over there off of the money clip corner. Just, you never know who's going to be a victim. Who's the next victim? We're not sure. We don't know. Just got to stay strapped here in the Dash Series for sure.
Whoever's in that 42, last 42 around here was Timmy Nye, and he could get it done. I wouldn't go 3 wide there. Woo, that was close.
No, man, Kel Wolf having a rough night. Is Campolonia. Oh, Isaac Harris out. Taco neck. We've seen now the 1ZT series all year as Preston Jones.
A running back just says, get out of my way.
Oh, man. It's basically been Jonathan Stewart and Zach Campolonia all year long. And Campolonia's made Stewart his bitch. There is no doubt about it. I mean, Stewart finishes second almost every race, so we'll see if that can change tonight. Casey Meyer doing a great job in that 935. He's getting better and better all the time. And as we talked about Campolonia earlier, he could be the next Zach Campolonia. Not so much the beanie and the colored hair, but as far as performance is concerned, he could definitely be the next one.
I love seeing that road course car just go like Chase Briscoe a lap down, waiting for him to wreck the leader right now.
For no reason. I'm not getting out of the way. You know what we really need to do is get Zach Campolonia in the sun, because every time he comes around the corner, he's got that clear visor, and it looks like a corpse is driving that cart. He needs to get some sun on that face, dude.
He needs some melanin going in there quick.
Pasty white as shit. Look at it. It's like a ghoul is driving that thing. Look at it.
Yeah, it's October. Yeah.
It's crazy, dude. Zach, get out there and get some sun, bro.
We're just concerned.
Get some bronzer or something.
He actually drives down from Salem, Massachusetts every week to run the DNQ
series. His favorite holiday's coming up Halloween.
Yeah.
On his bio, his driver bio, it said Hocus Pocus was his favorite movie, too. It's odd.
Wakes up at 5 a.m. every morning, opens his coffin, drinks to work, right?
Blood. Yeah,
right. He really hates garlic bread, no doubt.
Really into 15th century literature for some reason. I don't know what that's about.
Really hates wooden stakes. I don't know why. Yeah.
Splinters.
And, he just appears out of nowhere.
No reflection, no nothing. Just shows up.
No. Turns into a bat and just shows up wherever he wants to show up. Oh, man. Sorry, Zach. This is too much fun.
Yeah.
We got an Amish dude and a vampire at the front of the field right now.
Love it. This is why the series
this is what happens when we have long green flag runs with no excitement. We got to start talking shit. And that's what happens. You're the victim of it right now. Leading the field is the vampire. I think it's going to stick. I don't know, man. That one might stick. Holy shit.
I'm actually
the Transylvanian in front of the field and the Pennsylvania Amishman in second.
Every time I think we're done with the puns, another one shows up as the Nitro Manufacturing 5 to go. A little bit before sunrise here.
And, they're not making handmade furniture at Nitro, so there's no competition against Jonathan Stewart. In the Professor Clutchwork restart zone, here we go, green flag. We're back underway. Can the Dollar General machine or the Vampire the Amishman make it happen?
Here we go. The Amishman keeps it tight on the money clip. He gets out in front. Huge run into the Jack Bailey bus stop. He's sneaking through there like an ex-girlfriend before a wife comes home, and he is taking the lead. 5 more circuits around this place, and the Amish running back is going to take this thing home. Oh, but don't stop now. Oh, he gets past in the Elon Musk right-hand turn. The battles are fierce. This is a what was the Diddy thing? The freak
off? The freak off.
This is a freak off.
This is a freak off.
Especially at the front of the field. There's baby oil. I mean, there's shit everywhere, dude. We don't know what to talk. Oh, somebody just made a hard left in the straightaway. Not sure who that white cart was. White cart, not going to say the sponsor on live TV because they don't pay us.
Yeah. Why
Could be the Smith's Auto Body Machine. Don't give a shit. They don't pay us.
Why is Tattoo just like absolutely molesting his steering wheel?
I don't know. He wants some ketchup with that steering wheel, though. There's no doubt about it.
He is uptight.
Yeah, you can't put more nose weight in that thing. Chris Allison got his hand up.
Lose a chain?
Having
maybe?
an issue. I don't know. Maybe he had a question for the vice presidential debate.
One to go
That
here.
was an ass kicking. Dean Tao just finally decided to stop his cart on the backstretch in a safe location. Man, it's gonna. Do you think the blood in victory lane is gonna be A, B, or O? What do you think it's gonna be?
I think it's O positive as both fangs are out. Campolonia gets the win.
He has positively won this race.
Yes.
That's gonna stick.
Down here in Victory Lane tonight, he's Cowboy Cowabunga, your winner in the Dash Series. Man, you had to work for that one. Out of breath, absolutely used up. While you were out on the racetrack, word came out that the winner for the Busch Series race was DQ'd. So I think tech's still in the air for your other car, but drove this one to Victory Lane. What a fight between you, Jonathan Stewart, and Steven Talges.
Yeah, that was a fight. I enjoy running with Stewart and Talges. I know it's going to be rough out there, and I try to give him as much room as possible going through the horseshoe, but, I mean, I want to get out front, stay out of that trouble. I think running the Busch race helped me a lot with how the track is, setting air pressure and all. Thank Bobby Showtime, CTM Custom Cabinets, Race City Garage Door, Patriot Chemical, Buddy Colby, everybody here at Millbridge. I appreciate it a lot. I'm just worn out right now.
Cowboy Cowabunga worked for that one. He's in Victory Lane for the Dash Series. Well, Jay Stu, you finished second, but congratulations are in order because you become the first pole sitter to not win the feature tonight. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I fucked up or I got fucked or both. Halfway through, I got something in my eye. It's quite an experience.
You got some airtime through the backstretch bus stop over there, but able to keep this bird on the ground and drive to second. What more do you need to get Cowabunga?
Oh, clearly more downforce if it has that much airtime. I don't know. He's fucking on it.
Who do you got to thank?
Oh, everybody at HFR putting up with me trying to make this thing beat him. And it ain't working, so I'm going to try something else.
It ain't working. Another podium finish for old Jay Stu.
Okay. Because I wasn't the quickest. Yeah. I'm in a better mood now. Oh, I could use that after 2 races. Damn.
All right. You good?
I tried to try something good.
All right. Finishing third, Steven Tao, just a little bit happier than after the USAC race. Kind of seemed like it was a toss-up between you and Jay Stu for second, but Cowabunga was away with that one.
God, he was stupid fast. They got it together like the first 2 laps. I was like, oh, sick. See ya. And I took the lead, and I was like, he was on my ass before the right-hander over there, and I was like, well, second or third, that's it. I could have dick moved Stewie over there, but it's for fucking second, so I go ahead. Some people got to use their heads sometimes when they do the road course, but hey, you know, it's DNQ, man.
It is DNQ. Second loser tonight, Steven Talges. Again.
Fuck. Escape Pool Cleaning Cup Series, Robert Showalter. 21.578 will be on the pole. Derek Kale, due to the invert. Well, the inverts, I don't know. I fucked up the graphics. So it is what it is. This is how they qualified.
About around where they are.
Well, we have the invert too, so this is where they qualified. It is what it is.
The HIV positive lineup, Kyle Beatty and Tyler Sandmeyer.
Winslow. Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Net
positive Pool Series. Pool. I want to thank Matt Holzbauer of Net Positive Pool Services, a competitor in DNQ. He won an IROC championship. Really good dude. I don't know. I know you guys. Bill, you know him. Holzbauer, just an amazing person, and does a great job with the sponsorship here in DNQ. And let me tell you about the sponsors here. These guys stepped it up this year. You know, we wanted to grow this series and expand it and make it better for everybody. As Kyle Beatty has a Katana in-car camera. And the sponsors stepped up. So now we have a championship ring for the champions. We're able to do more tire samples and a little bit more at the series. And that starts with great sponsors and people like Matt Holzbauer.
Yeah, we love having him aboard. Love having him sponsor the series. He still loves racing, which, I mean, once you're in it for life kind of thing. Is we come to green here. Nobody knows who's on the pole because Bob fucked up the graphic.
Yeah, whatever.
So,
who gives a shit? It's Contarino. Contarino, Chris Bailey. The guys in front of you are on the pole. There we go. Ryan Ayers making a surprise start back in the 71. Good to see him back out here messing around, driving for Adam Welsh tonight. And the horsepower's here. So, you know, I personally did not get to run this track. We developed it after I hung it up. But looks like it's a good time, and I'd imagine with those big horsepower engines, no clutch would have made it throughout the whole race.
Yeah, that's probably good because we would have had maybe a fatality, and DNQ may not have even been around.
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah. CJ Winslow involved in a wreck. Let's take a look at this again on the side-by-side. Oh! Wow. Good thing for Curtis Markham, DNQ had that runoff area over there. My goodness.
Safety initiative.
Safety. Showalter takes the lead away from Chris Bailey as we go on board the Katana rear entry camera of Kyle Beatty.
Carrying the speed they do, these guys really have to lift and check up a little bit more with the Predator engines. Maybe they want to get in the throttle a little bit and just use the scrub on that right front to get them, through the turn and get it pointed. But with these bigger engines, these, 14, 15 horsepower clones they got now, you probably have to actually roll the cart through the middle, especially in that money clip, get the nose point and get the hammer back down.
Dropping the hammer, dude.
These things aren't quite to spinning the tires yet, but when you hit the throttle, it can upset the car. It can jack the weight around to where it doesn't handle well at all, as we see the 4 car there absolutely hugging the bottom. It looks like he's maybe just biding his time, Harrison his time, Walton his time. It's the 50 car taking the tight line through the hot money clip. That's the fast way around there. We know how tight Eddie is with his money, so right around the bottom's where you want to be. That keeps the speed up through there as we enter the Dr. Fauci left-hand turn. Ooh, getting the right rear off the dust.
Yeah, no doubt Showalter one to watch here, and he has got the lead. Chris Bailey in second. Just a different discipline here as we go on the tractor trailer repair corner camera. And, questionable on that 12 as well. Same thing as Jeremy Morris. As you watch the cars yaw out into one, that one's just a little less yawed out as all the others. So don't mess with the tires. It's very obvious in the video. It's obvious on the stopwatch. Don't do it, please.
You mean when you're like 14 car lengths ahead of the next person? That's not obvious?
Yeah. I mean, hey, look. Pretty clear, pretty cut and dry. The cameras don't lie. It's just, don't do it, please. Oh, no. Air's a little too much there.
Zero
Feeding
side
that
by.
thing a little too much.
Yeah.
CJ Winslow. I mean, I love the local cautions because, hey, you spin out, I better get my shit together and get going.
Showtime
Bobby
machine.
Showtime.
Good.
Yeah, he's really got this place dialed in. He's been strong here in years past, and we know he puts a lot of time in developing setups for these things. He pulled out his Watkins Glen test notebook from 2005 and was able to put that setup into here as a good baseline. Tuned it in after that, and I think he's pretty much been running the same thing ever since, and it's still super fast every class, every year.
Yeah, we know Robert Showalter. We talked about that lineage in his family. His brother's been to every truck race, and his dad was a crew chief in the Cup Series, or I think the Busch Series or trucks, whichever. But you know what? He probably goes in there, and like you said, Jay-Z, goes in there, he unfolds the rustlers, puts them on, and he gets all the information he needs just from the rustlers alone. And then maybe he'll open the notebook from 96 Watkins Glen and learn some stuff.
You don't need Neuralink to figure things out. You just got to make sure you hang on to those springs that you won with Kevin Harvick with in 2003 and throw those bad boys in. You'll be good to go.
Pull out that special set of hubs and dust off that airbox, and you're ready to rip.
Yep.
Let's take a look at this contact through the bus stop. Chris Bailey getting absolutely bitch slapped around there by the Sandman. They go back racing as Bailey works on Beatty to try to get that spot back that was so unrightfully taken from him in the bus stop.
And Bill, you'll notice that Beatty has aero devices on both sides of that race car to try to condition the flow, condition the vortices that flow off of it when it's in its yaw moment. Do you think that's a benefit, or does Chris Bailey maybe have a floor underneath that go-kart that's a little bit better than the aero devices on the side of Beatty?
Well, I don't really know what the hell you need a vortice down a flat side pod for, but apparently he's smarter than I am. So what it looks like it's done is, added some drag and shed a big wake behind that car, and that let Bailey get underneath him. As Bailey washes up, we've seen that move 100 times. Sandman underneath of both of them. Sandman able to make it stick through the Jack Bailey bus stop. He's got plenty of experience with multiple women, and he can really get it through the middle there without getting caught.
I'm not even going near that one. All right, Showalter. Very Tim Nye-ish. Tim Nye comments. There it is, the Nitro 5 to go. He goes, I used to watch those videos and just cringe, just waiting for it. All right, last feature of the night. Everybody's sick of this shit. Let's get it over with as we're in the Professor Clutchworks restart zone. We'll see what happens as Showalter's dominated all night, but we do have some questionable characters in the back here.
There are some paid agitators looking to make a stink here as we see the Sandman trying to get underneath Beatty, but Beatty drives a clean line through there. Showalter still running away with it as Beatty rear end steps out a little bit, doesn't get the drive off. Bailey on the inside there trying to hang on to the fourth spot.
Well, we'll see if Beatty has any connections to the IDF, and we'll know that if Showalter's tack blows up here in a minute. Yeah.
That was wonderful.
Well, you never know what's going to happen here at DNQ. Very WWE-ish over here at DNQ.
Yeah, surprised Beatty hasn't run faster than he has as Sandmeyer goes underneath of Beatty. Beatty's a guy who's got many talents. He runs road courses all the time, lots of different vehicles. He can kind of set up and make anything go fast. But Bobby Showtime just absolutely put it on him tonight. It makes you wonder if he's going to have to go back to his setup plate and cut this thing apart and try something different.
I think Showalter, if he wins tonight, this will be his third or fourth win on this track, and it's pretty dang good for this guy who's a Hall of Famer, as he is going to go ahead and take the white flag. And he's going to take home this dub, but he's just very good at this racetrack, very good in DNQ in general, and just a ton of wins here.
Yeah, can't deny his success, can't deny his talent here through the intercourse. If I was his wife, I'd be super proud and ready to get lucky as he takes the checkers in the intercourse.
Showtime, Robert Showalter, your winner in the Cup Series here in the intercourse. Well, you qualified on the pole, invert 6. Got the lead on lap 1.5, and then just kicked their tails for the rest of the remaining 18 laps.
What can I say? I'm the Van Gisberg of intercourse. So, we came here and tested last night. We put a bunch of laps on it. We worked on the kart, and I think I won 5 or 6 of these races here. So, no surprise to me that I did good. So, I'm sure they're going to tear me all fucking down and not have at it because as far as I know, I'm legal. So, so let's go win this thing in the tech shed.
He said, come get it, boys. It's all driver. Robert Showalter, your winner in the Cup Series.
Kind of what I was thinking.
Finished in P2, Tyler Sandmeyer. Well, you were complete dog shit in qualifying, and then this thing lit up in the feature.
Yeah, man. I just got to thank Slim, Jeremy Morris, my buddy Chase Atwell, big group of us, Andy, and thank God for having us here and having a good time. Thank Jeremy and Ashley for putting this all together. It's really a good time. I'm just thankful I walked away P2.
Heck of a fight there between you and Kyle and Chris Bailey. Able to come out on top of that. Those 5 to go cautions are always sketchy.
Yeah, and at least we came out of it shaking hands, having fun. So that's all we can ask for.
Tyler Sandmeyer, first loser in the intercourse. Finishing third, Kyle Beatty, not bad for an outlaw go-karter, having to turn right and left. Have you ever won one of these? I don't know. I don't keep stats for DNQ.
Yeah, 2 years ago I won the intercourse and the buggy. I didn't get to run it last year. I was out of town, so it's my second attempt at it.
Well, I wish we did this more often. It looks like a hell of a good time out there.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The track got better throughout the night. It was a little rough in qualifying, but by feature time it was really good. And Jeremy does a great job to be able to turn something out of nothing, basically through the infield, is incredible. I mean, most places would be full of rocks and crap everywhere, but even the dirt that he put in the infield was amazing. We were able to run everywhere, and the grooves were good. We had a really good battle for second. Went back and forth a couple of times. I had to start seventh, so passed a lot of cars. I think my only shot at winning would have been to not hold Sandmeyer up quite so much there after the 5 to go and let him get to Bobby, and maybe they would have diced it up and I could have came out on top, but I held him up a little too long for him to do anything about it. So take what I can get here.
Kyle Beatty finishes third. I do have a mic in my pocket. I'm not just happy to see him.
What a great night of racing we had here for the DNQ road course, and want to thank Jeremy and Ashley Burnett for turning their track into a dirt road course for one night.
They do an awesome job with it every single year, and lucky to race here. And you can see how good this track was, how exciting all the racing was. Some good paydays and a lot of bragging rights when you win the intercourse.
Yeah, it's a different discipline. The cream rises to the top, so to speak. And we saw Campolonia, Bobby Showtime, and others that are traditionally fast, show their skills. So no surprises, I don't think, tonight. And again, thanks to the Burnetts for putting on such a great facility.
Well, we will see you at the Iredell County Fairgrounds, one of the racetracks we absolutely love, at our next race. See ya.